prensa resultan el amor y el odio, la paz y la guerra, la luz y las tinieblas, la verdad y el error, el bien y el mal.
Part of the San Andreas, one of the most dangerous faults in the world. Experts say that this area has been quiet for too long.
On the southern end of the San Andreas Fault, we've not had a major one in years. The misnomer in the San Andreas Fault is a big open crack. It's not. It's those two plates are moving together, and whenever you get a little movement in that plate, a crack or something like that, that's an earthquake.
This fault zone ranges from 100 feet to 2 miles wide. Each of the plates moving 2 inches a year, crushing rock and stone between.
If you take an Oreo cookie and you squeeze an Oreo cookie together, the cream comes up. That's how these hills were formed.
That cream filling is called fault gouge, the soft foundation of these tall walls. This entire desert, green and gray, sees 200 to 300 quakes a week, most of them too small to feel.
What would really happen if the San Andreas Fault were to actually rupture tomorrow? Would it really be that bad? For those that don't know, the San Andreas Fault is a fault line that runs down most of the Californian coast. There have been rumors and predictions as to when this slow-moving fault could trigger an earthquake and how devastating it could be. Some scientists even say it could be one of the worst earthquakes of all time. This has given it the nickname of the Big One, and people seem to be waiting for it to hit any day. However, the Big One isn't as likely to happen soon as you may think. There are often decades or even hundreds of years between big earthquakes caused by the fault. The very southern part of the fault hasn't ruptured in 300 years. However, the northern part near San Francisco is much more volatile. In 1994, a 6.7 magnitude earthquake hit the San Fernando Valley along with 2 6.0 magnitude aftershocks. That killed 57 people, injured thousands, and caused billions of dollars in property damage. Scientists have even said it's possible for an earthquake with a magnitude of 8 or higher to hit California. However, it's not likely an earthquake this big will happen anytime soon. But say the magnitude 8 earthquake did strike, what would happen? The Big One would make the 1994 San Fernando Valley earthquake seem like a joke. It would cause way more destruction and have a much longer-lasting impact. A magnitude 8 earthquake in Southern California would destroy old buildings and cause hell for the infrastructure of the area. Most modern buildings and skyscrapers would not topple over like in a movie, but many could be severely damaged and made unusable. As a result of the earthquake, fires would start all over Southern California, sowing further destruction. But the quake itself would not be the biggest problem. It's the aftermath in the weeks to follow that would be disastrous. Roads would be blocked or destroyed. Water, electric, and telephone lines would go out. Some dams would even break, causing there to be thousands of landslides. Even worse, aftershocks from the earthquake would cause more and more destruction in the days following the initial earthquake. All of Los Angeles would be without water, gas, telephones, sewers, and electricity. 13 million people in the Los Angeles metro area would have to spend months without these basic services, and it could take more than a year to fully repair the damage. Hundreds of thousands of people would be displaced by the disaster. This would cause a total collapse